Welcome back to Kim's Art Alchemy. I am going to do another one of those Bloom+Lace techniques. And I'm starting off with the bloom. And I thought I would do this Forget-Me-Not bright blue color by Decor Rum and Violet. So I've just mixed up 2 ounces of resin and it got to 92 degrees. And this time I am using Bond Crafter resin. I wanted to give it a shot, and it was gifted to me by a very special art angel who wished to remain anonymous. So thank you, Anonymous. That's 7 grams. Just doing a little itty bitty bloom, so I'm gonna put a couple back. All right, 6. 6, what do you do? So get that out of the way. And I'm gonna put this in here because I'm gonna have to evict bubbles. So as I think I said, I mixed up 2 ounces. If I didn't, that's what I did. Or 60 grams of resin. And I just decanted 6 grams. Resin is at 92 degrees. So that's a little summary for you. While I'm distributing my resin here, I just want to give a huge shout out to Marie Louise of Marie Louise Art, who is my fellow artist in this Talent Tuesday weekly collaboration. If you missed her video, make sure you go back and check her out. Her link will be in the description below. I am using Julie's Bloom Paste, which you can get on Amazon. You can also, I believe, buy it from her eBay store. And I'm gonna put 1 little drop in there. Normally you would do 1 drop per 10 ounces, but I'm making this one just a little bit heavier. I'm gonna do the purple in the center. That's probably enough. Ooh, almost 2 almost went in. And I'm gonna put, the blue on top. That's it. All right, let's bloom. You've seen it a million times. I want you to pay attention to a couple of things. First of all, look at how far my alcohol inks have spread out. And secondly, I want you to have a look at the petals. They have not spread at all. And
I'm a little worried that it's not going to bloom. What the heck?
Blooms that I've done using the Nic Pro resin, they have spread significantly more. So what is the reason for this? 1, there's a difference in the resin. I'm using a different resin, and not all 1-to-1 ratio resins are the same. And 2, what else could be at play here? Please bloom. Why aren't you doing anything? Color me surprised. I totally thought that this bloom was not gonna work. And it did. Check it out. It's gorgeous. It just took overnight to do its thing. And look, you can see on the back, it's looking cool. So I don't have a lot of space left in this mold, unfortunately. So I mixed up 2 ounces of resin, and I'm not even sure I'm going to get 2 ounces of resin into here. but we'll find out. So part 2 is the lace effect from a lady called Shishrova. I hope I'm saying it right or close to right. I came up with this combining 2 different techniques because I didn't like putting something like stones or glitter in the middle of the lace technique. It kind of looked weird to me. Like it didn't really belong. So I thought it would be really cool if I did 2 layers, if I could make it work, and have the first one be the bloom and have the bloom be the center to the lace effect. And there it is. And now it's a viral technique. How cool. I am so thrilled that so many people have gone and taken it up. So you can see it's definitely quite opaque. Cannot see through to my stick, which even has schmutz on it. So I am using the Art Pro by Resin Resin, and it is a 3:2 resin. And ooh, I feel like I'm putting too much down. And I did let it get to about 33, 34 degrees centigrade. And then I decanted 10 grams and started the video. Good enough. And then we dump this in to the center. And hopefully not overflow the mold. I think I got it just right. I'm really trying to decide how to do the alcohol inks. I think I'm going to do purple, purple, purple. Keep it in that same line. Ooh, I forgot to put my gloves on. These Decor Rom inks are super messy. All right, let's just do it. Do it, Kim, do it. So I'm dropping my purple way out because I want it to kind of combine with that white. If it will. Let's do this one. Get the blue in. Oh my gosh, please don't overflow. Wow, it's like right on the edge. Should I put another one in here? Oh, I'm going to. You only live once. Now we just wait for that magic to happen and hope that it does. I'm back to unmold and leave some remarks. So this is what it's looking like. Oh my goodness, I apologize for acorn. Look at the bloom. I think we're gonna have something pretty decent. I'm hoping. so I was also worried about my second layer not really doing the lace effect because things weren't moving with the top layer either. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, now I've ruined the bloom and who knows? But I do see a little bit of lace effects in through here. Let me see if I can get that closer. So just right in here and here, and you know, let's see. Wow, it worked. It worked. It worked. I'll put my hands under there. Wow. I almost wish, well, I almost wish that I hadn't put the inks on the outside. However, you can see that that ink spread so much with this one that it was outside that bloom area. So it would have looked weird if I hadn't put the ink on the outside. This way, it looks pretty cool. Huh. Isn't resin weird? I think I say that all the time. Resin is weird. And the bloom turned out so well. And I was so skeptical. So my thoughts on this are, all resins are different. They can be 1-to-1 or they can be 3-to-2, and you can have different brands that have the exact same ratio, like several different brands of 1-to-1s are probably the most common that are out there. However, they all react differently. Now, for the bloom, I used the regular 1-to-1 epoxy resin from Bond Crafter. And it was probably the second time that I've ever used it, and I've only ever used it this time for the bloom. I am gonna have to try it out again because as soon as I poured my second layer using the Art Pro, which is a resin that I've used a lot, it wasn't moving very much either. And I had an aha moment. My aha moment was the temperature in my house had changed quite significantly. So for a lot of the other blooms, like the one that I showed earlier in the video, my resin, or my house was sitting at about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. And when I was working with these two, my house was sitting at about 67 degrees. And I think that's why my resin just did not move. Yes, I got both layers of resin up to that 92, which is about 33, 34 degrees Celsius mark. But as soon as I poured it out, it cooled right down. So I think factors like that are very important, and it's something that you should take into consideration when you are working with resin. Temperature has a big effect on the effect of the resin. All right, I hope you found that information useful. I hope you like this, this technique, Kim's Bloom+Lace technique. And tag me if you do it. I'd love to see more of your work. And thank you as always for being here. And hit that subscribe button if you're a new visitor. I'd love to have you come back. So until next time, bye for now.